Conceive, believe, achieve.
This is former UFC middleweight champion of the world, Michael Bisping.
Paddy the Baddie here. You're listening to Combat Sports UK.
And you're watching Combat Sports UK.
Well, there we are, victorious at Cage Warriors Academy Wales at 8. How do you feel? How do you reflect on that performance?
I feel great. I fought a guy that came down a weight class. He was strong, bigger than me. And the first round that showed, you know, he pressured me well, and he had good strength pinning me against the cage. But I think my cage time, my experience, you know, this is my 18th fight. I'm adapted to overcome that, to change my style, and I showed that in round 2 and 3. Because in round 2, as soon as I took him down, like it was all mine. So I just was going to do the same again in round 3.
You just mentioned there that he looked to close the distance. He was quite an active fighter. Were you expecting that coming into this fight, and were you preparing for him to be like that?
So we watched his most recent fights, what I did, and he's someone that looked just hard to prepare for. His arms all over the place. He just swings wild. Not very technical, but hits heavy, and I can confirm he hits heavy. But one thing that I've always handled is I've always had quite a good chin. Like, I've not been dropped yet. There's always a first time, so I won't be cocky. But I handled that well. And then I felt him start to zap. Like, you know, coming down a weight class, coming all the way from Scotland, which fair play to him for doing that. And then trying to go 3 rounds with someone, especially someone who's got cardio, good cardio, and keep going. That's hard work. So, yeah.
And we were just speaking before this, we were saying that you basically fight almost every week, it feels like. Are you looking to get straight back in there again, back into the gym on Monday?
So yeah, obviously I fought twice last week on IMAF, and then I've got this, so I'm staying active. I think I've had 10 fights in the last year. So for me, being active is important. I think that it allows me to keep adapting and changing my game. I'm picking at holes and I'm seeing things. At the moment, there's nothing lined up. I'm looking at the Worlds, and we've talked about the Worlds, so I think that's an option, but that'll be in the new year sometime. Other than that, I've not had anything come forward. Not spoke to my coaches about it, but if something comes up, I don't really say no. I want to get as much cage time as possible to prep myself for my next fight, and then for when I go pro.
And finally, is there anyone you'd like to give a shout out to tonight?
Yeah, I just want to thank all my family, my gym, my coaches, everyone that supports me, buys tickets every week and is always there for me, because with 18 fights that adds up to quite a bit of money. Thank you to Ashley James Electrical Services for sponsoring me at the Worlds, and tonight they've also sponsored me, so I really appreciate that. You guys make it go a long way.
Well, there we are. Victorious Cage Warriors Academy Wales 8, congratulations.
Thank you.